Pain is a funny thing. We experience it all the time, yet nobody really teaches us about where it comes from or how to really resolve it. We might spend our whole lives going through the insurance system, asking people for advice, Googling things on the internet. But it's not until you wind up on the table of an acupuncturist like myself or another holistic practitioner where finally somebody breaks down how it all works from a holistic natural medicine standpoint. Rather than having to find your way specifically to my acupuncture table, I'm gonna break it down for you today in this video. Most people nowadays are working in a type of office environment, or even as an entrepreneur, you're spending a lot of time sitting down on the computer. Sitting in a car, sitting at home watching TV, sitting watching your phone. There's so much time that is spent in a seated position. They say sitting is the new smoking. It's the chronic issue that is creating the most health problems. And what I notice most often in the clinic is that it leads to tight hip flexors, which leads to lower back pain and beyond. Most noticeably, the upper back and neck pain that comes from poor posture and focusing intently while doing this type of work. But the thing is, pain can be insidious. It's not always so obvious like a car crash or an injury. It can creep up over time, and our bodies are so good at managing this pain that it doesn't really crop up until our 30s and 40s. And this is the age range where people start noticing that things aren't just going away as easily as they did in your teens and 20s. And that's because things only resolve themselves automatically during those early formative years. But once you hit your 30s and beyond, you need some help. It's kind of like expecting your car to be able to run 100,000 miles without ever doing any maintenance on it, without changing a spark plug, the air filter, getting an oil change. Healing treatments are like that process. And if we go decades and decades without ever doing this type of maintenance, it's no wonder that our bodies come up with these problems. It's just like when the check engine light turns on in your car. Oh, it just happened all of a sudden. No, what actually happened was that it came on over years of overuse without maintenance. Now, this is the first level when you hit your 30s and 40s, but the second level is once you hit your 60s and beyond. That's when things are a serious issue, and we don't really hear about it unless we're spending a lot of time with retirement age people. In society, we often attribute this to old age. It just happens. There's so many memes on the internet about, oh, I'm in my 40s, I need my ibuprofen, I've got low back pain, but that's really just what happens when you don't do anything about it. Societally, we're taught to just ignore this pain, and if things get bad enough, go to the doctor. But what happens when we go to the doctor? We're usually prescribed medication. We might be told to just not use it for a little while, go to physical therapy, which is awesome, but just like any modality, it can't solve all the problems. It's really a combination of multiple modalities that provides the best results. It's kind of like having a bunch of different ingredients for a meal. Having everything separate is doable, but the combination of them all put together is what creates something truly special. The same thing applies to your health and wellness and the strategy that you use when going to get healing treatments. One of the first questions I ask people during an initial medical intake is, how often do you get healing treatments? I'll get answers like, this is my first one, or I had one 10 years ago, but these long stretches of time without healing are the reasons why these things build up until they reach a threshold where now all of a sudden it's a huge issue that's not going away, and it's taking up all your thought, priority, and resources. So here's the scoop. My favorite method is a combination of acupuncture, massage therapy, self-care, and coaching. This addresses all the different aspects of life, and you can mix in other things like chiropractic, physical therapy, whatever you like. My area of expertise is in these modalities. This is how a normal session flow goes. We'll start with a bit of a conversation, and when we're ready, move to the table. We'll start with some massage therapy, and not just any massage therapy. We're doing focused deep tissue massage. It's not a full body spa type treatment where it's really gentle pressure that helps you relax. We're going in there to solve a specific problem. So we're taking all that time that would be spent spread out for the entire body and condensing it to solve that chronic, high priority issue that's really bothering you. After we've worked on it for a little bit, I'll have you test it out so that you could feel immediately the relief from the treatment. At the same time, I'm using this as a way to diagnose where we need to do the acupuncture to continue the healing. And if you have other issues like indigestion, insomnia, menstrual pain, there's ways that we can address that with the acupuncture as well. So after the massage portion, we'll do some acupuncture, either to treat the pain or the other internal conditions. Now here's where things get really interesting. Most acupuncture practices will put in the needles and then leave to go treat another patient. But what I like to do in my special one-on-one treatments is to stay in the room and either provide energy healing to amplify the effects of the acupuncture or continue massaging the other areas that haven't been worked on yet. While we're doing all this, you can either check out and totally relax while I hold space and help you heal, or we can chat and have a regular conversation. But one of my absolute favorites is to do life coaching during the session. This way you're getting the most bang for your buck. So far we've covered massage, we've covered acupuncture, energy healing, life coaching. It's like instead of going to all these different practitioners, you can get it in one place. Now, after the treatment, I'll give you one exercise that you can use to continue your healing at home, customized to whatever you came in with. Now, these lifestyle changes, the self-care that I was talking about, are so important. Because your time in the treatment room is a speck of dust in the grand scheme of your life. But you're with yourself every moment of the day, and you can implement these changes, whether it's for your posture, whether it's a new self-massage technique with a ball or a foam roller, or a new stretch that you haven't found online or in your yoga class. And when you do go to see other modalities, like chiropractic, physical therapy, yoga, Pilates, even Western medicine, they're gonna work so much better because all of the blockages and obstructions in your body have been worked on and released. You'd be amazed at how powerful medication is when you don't have all of this other stuff blocking its effects, or how quickly you can recover from surgery when you have the right team. These are all the secrets that society has failed to tell us. And there are so many practitioners that have their own special blends, but we're still in the process of accepting technology and getting used to speaking on camera, sharing our wisdom with the world. And this is why I'm making this video today, to educate people in pain, but also inspire practitioners to find your voice, embrace technology, and realize that we can reach so many people in ways that we never could before. Now, if you want to find out more ways that you can experience hands-on healing or online coaching, check out my website, sunbeamclinic.com. There you'll find info about my one-on-one services, my online courses, my community group coaching, and how to find me on your favorite social media account. My name is Andrew Ng, and I'll see you in the next video.